Hi there, everyone. I want to thank you for learning with us this summer, as well as planning to work with us again this fall. I wanted to go over just a few updates about the registration to clear up any questions that you may have. So there are 3 different options for registration. The first option is a test ride. This is where you are paying up front for 5 hours of tutoring that you schedule yourself in TutorBird based off of the availability that is in there. You can use them for hour or half-hour sessions. The second option is to pay monthly, or you can pay per session. Now, when it comes to paying per session and paying monthly, it's a little bit different regarding which payment options you can utilize for that. But the other key difference that you need to consider when you choose the pay monthly or pay per session option is if you are registering for tutoring or for private teaching. So tutoring is for kids that are already in a full-time schooling program and they just need additional support to supplement that instruction. They may be struggling or behind or different things like that. The difference between tutoring and private teaching is for homeschoolers who are not in a full-time program that is involving 5 days a week of teaching with a teacher. So there's more whole knowledge of the curriculum that is required for the teacher. Now, the good news is, unlike some places that you'll see, private teaching and tutoring are 2 different prices. But with what I learned today, we are going to keep those rates the same as they were this past year. The only difference now is when you register. So when you register for tutoring, it's $35. When you register for private teaching, it's $100. The difference between what you're getting with the registration is that for the private teaching registration, you would also get access to IXL so that you can utilize that throughout the year at home. And if you are a new family, you'll get to have a 15-minute meet and greet with your teacher so that they can be prepared to support the child. For the tutoring, as well as the private teaching, if you have any records that you would like us to review, we'll review that, and you are securing a reoccurring spot on our schedule every week at the same time. So those are our options for registration for this year. And the other thing I want to let you know, when you go into TutorBird, all families need to register. Anybody that wants any tutoring after August 1st, please make sure that you complete the registration. We're not continuing anybody on. We are allowing you to review our terms, conditions, all of that, and register if you'd like to continue learning with us. We can keep your same teacher, potentially same schedule if that works for you as well as the teacher. There's an option for you to add details about what you'd like for scheduling when you're completing the registration. But I do want to let you know that based on our policy that went into effect in April, we do need a card on file for all of our families. So when you are registering, it is going to prompt you to put that card on file. If you are registering for tutoring, it is going to charge you that $35 registration fee when you complete that paperwork, and then you're done. You don't have to Zelle that. You can Zelle future payments, or you can pay using TutorBird. If you are registering for private teaching, it is going to take $2 and I think 6 cents, because there is a processing fee, off of your card. It's going to charge it a $2 deposit. Like I said, the fee to register for that is $100. Therefore, you can go into the EMA portal and submit the rest of that so that we can get that applied to your account and process your registration. If you are self-pay, then you can Zelle that over, or you can get an invoice from TutorBird and pay the rest of it that way. But it is not going to charge you $100 when you complete the form. It's just going to charge your card that $2 and retain your information on file. You can look under the options on our website for the payment plans or the payment options, as for what our policies are for making payments. But the card on file is really so that if you are not making your payments at all and you become behind on them, then we will contact you and let you know that you need to pay. And then if not, we will charge your card on file. We're not going to just surprise charge anybody's card. That's not the purpose of it. I've never been in that type of business. But we do need to make sure that our families are being accountable, and they're letting us know if they are canceling. They're letting us know if they don't want to proceed with tutoring. You're giving that 15-day required notice or the 30 days requested notice. But there are two options to where you can pay a deposit if you are really not okay with having your card on file. If that's the case, you'll need to send us a message so we can set up a call to get you processed back in our system and get your deposit processed. So whichever route is more comfortable with you, I want to make it work for everybody. But I also do need to make sure that I'm maintaining things business-wise for the sake of all of our customers, our flow, our employees, and all of that, and to continue providing quality tutoring. So I hope this answers any questions that you might have in regards to that. The last thing I want to share is about our groups. We have not finalized everything for our groups yet. We have a free workshop coming up in Venice, I think on the 31st, I think. I'll post it, but that'll be coming up. And then from there, based on the interest, we'll finalize our Venice groups. We will have Spanish with Miss Lennon and at Lakewood Ranch, and we'll have more information and details coming out about that soon too. So if you are just interested in our groups, you don't have to worry about registering for them yet. It will be a lower registration fee. The tutoring price and the private teaching price are for the one-on-one instruction. So I hope that helps. Thank you again for choosing What I Learned Today. Have a good one.